Welcome, welcome, welcome. Market's doing things already. And let's make some money. The market's already doing some stuff. Let's make some money. Interesting opening candle there. We're basing down this morning. This is a bit of a bear flag building out. I think we're going to be targeting this for liquidity here. Maybe if we get a VWAP touch, I'll try shorting. If we fail to get there, then obviously shorts are in play. Looks like we're trying to short this thing. Question is, where do we get in? Shorts are trying it here. This is my smaller one. Interesting. I think a retouch of the EMA, we could continue down. I want to give it some time. We have plenty of minutes here in the market. Market just opened. No need to rush anything. Gonna be lots of opportunities today. Wow. Big candles. Very large candles. Definitely looking for the short today. See if it lets me copy that now. Nope. Still new. Looking to get short here. Finding a spot that will make sense. Gotta stop making it so cold in my house. Definitely looking for shorts here today. There's the 18,100s trading. Into the 80s now, below the hundreds. Looking for a spot to short this thing. 7 minutes into the open. Don't need to rush, but shorts feel like they are in play today. Yep. Want to be patient here. Into the 60s now. Market opened at 130s, went to the 190s. 60-point first minute candle. Gonna try one here. If we can get to the 130s. If we can get there, wow. Just wow. Almost caught that. Bear flag. If we fail to hold the 30s, I'm gonna be very bearish. Already am anticipating some lower trades, but four minutes left for the first 15 minutes. Into the 30s now. Finding a little support into the 40s now. This price is going to be interesting. $18,000s feels like we're gonna trade 18,000s again. What's the market doing? Why is it frozen? Is it me? Am I frozen? Hello? The heck? Well, that wasn't cool. What the hell that was, but what was that? Did the price actually just freeze? Very weird. Very strange, but into the 60s now off those 30s. Price literally froze right there. Selling into the 20s now. We're in a spot where we've created previous imbalance. Market started responded off it a few times though. I'm gonna short the EMA here.
Order filled.
Want to see EMA hold. If we can get a decent closure below EMA, I'll consider putting my break even on. Really don't want to see this imbalance get traded back into, and I think we could be looking for, realistically, I want to see this wick get traded, so somewhere like that. Finding some support here at the EMA, it looks like. Feels like we're finding a little bit of buying. Doesn't feel great. Almost getting stopped out there. I want to give it some more, but it's gonna. Bummer. That's a bummer trade right away. Looks like we did find some support into this pullback here, so just gonna be aware of that. Damn. Unfortunate trade there. Price stopped us out at these 56s. 15-minute range is closed. I want to see this wick and reject. Want to see this wick and reject the EMA here. Yeah, that feels pretty bad. Candle closure above these 50s. I'll try one. I think we could try the VWAP here again. I think it's an opportunity or an option. Price is stalling right now. Below EMA, I'm going to be bearish. Go for a short. Above this price, I'm going to look for a VWAP short. Excuse me. Trying the 60s here again. Popping through the 80s. Now the 90s. Bummer. Quite a pullback there. Pulled back into the EMA. We're bouncing a little bit. Back below the 18,100s. Still targeting lower is what I'm looking at. Into the 80s now, below the 18,100s, into the 70s. Oh my god, we were up so much. Why do we get just a couple minutes here just to stop us out? I'm gonna try another one here. I'm gonna try it on this account first though.
Order filled.
Yeah, at the EMA. I really want to see. Let's trade into this wick. Somewhere around here. Gonna be patient.
Order filled.
Oh my. Holy shit. Yeah, this just might not be a good day to be trading. I don't know. That was painful, actually. I mean, they clearly want higher prices, so. Nasdaq is being weird this morning. Price is frozen here again. Like, what is going on? Everything's feeling it right now. Everything's feeling it right now. Have you seen? Like, look at this. Refresh it again, I guess. Oh, yeah. Still frozen. Just stop us out and then freeze. Like, what the fuck is happening right now? Horrible. What is happening on the Nasdaq right now? Is it just me? Is it Topstep? Like, really weird. This is where the seller's been in here pretty heavily. Well, we got smoked. We got smoked today. Still here in this 15-minute range. Feels like you're supposed to buy this now, but now I feel like it's the time it actually dies. Found a lower high here, or a higher low here. I feel like I'm supposed to buy this now. Oh, what do you want, NASDAQ? What does that want? Clearly doesn't want Tyler to make money. That's not what she wants. So you just tell me, you tell me what you want, NASDAQ. We look like we're starting to hold the EMA a little bit here. EMA is curling, and we're starting to hold it. Into the 800s again, or the 18,100s. Into the 18,100s again. Sharp pull back into the EMA, I'll be short. Below these 75s would be interesting. Or 70s. Below the 70s would be interesting. The hourly looks like we're going to continue down. The bear flag is kind of playing out now. We got in a little earlier on it, but it still seems like it's in play. Don't really want to see a doji there. Maybe stop a couple more shorts one more time, but I feel like we have lower prices in auction. Into the 70s now. A little bit below the 70s. Now past the 60s into the 50s. Wow. Just had to stop us out. I had to build out this structure before these shorts really laid down. Want to retest this EMA price. It's a little pullback now. It's not gonna though. It's going down into the 40s. No pullbacks being given. Just going straight down now from that weird manipulation shit. It was really weird. Trying now back to the 18,000s. This feels really, really bad. This is what we were looking for off this pull here. I mean, look how, I don't know. No pullbacks are given, just one directional trading. This looks very weird. $18.10s again. Previous support has been found here a few times. And we'll see what they do. Now into the 17,990s. The hourly candle is officially telling us really where it wants to go. So now we just have to try to figure out how to get with them. We tried shorting twice today. Once here at this EMA touch, and then once we broke below this EMA touch, both just very quickly stopped out. Prices at the 17,980s now. A little bit of a pullback into this range. Be willing to take a short. I don't want to see this thing just continue to provide no opportunity and go straight down. Don't want to see this thing provide no opportunities and just go straight down. This 50% of this wick is what I was originally looking for as a trade. So crazy frustrating. So crazy frustrating. I want to see how this closes. Oy, what a tough day. I knew I wanted this bear flag to play out. I tried to get in a little too early, it looks like. Pain, and then this weird double manipulation thing. Like, I don't know. First one was down here. Can't even tell now. Second one was still very obvious. Into the 950s, 17 950s now. I want to short. I'm just afraid of just a really quick buy up like we've just literally experienced twice today. And we are coming into an area where price has a reason to react. I'd like to see this build out a little bit more structure for a bear flag here. The doji makes me think we're going to get some move. Trying back to the 18,000s now. The 40s maybe for a short. Into the 18,000s. A little bit of resistance. Last time we pushed out of here, we went pretty parabolic, so. Well, feels pretty painful. We're going to try short here on the EMA touch. These 60s. I want on my other one too, so. If we don't get there quick, though, I don't love it. I don't want to see us dance and oscillate. I want to see us go get that price. Ooh. That was the EMA touch. Looks like we're not going to get filled. Wow. And now if we do, it feels a little bit more bullish. I'm going to leave it, but I don't love it. Looking to get a fill here. Looking to get a fill here. We're close.
Order filled.
Alright, we're in. Let's be cautious here because a rip through the EMA is going to be the detriment. Really, our stop is going to be tight. I'm thinking closer to this high. Unfortunately, we don't really have that much room. I want to see a rejection off this EMA. See sellers come in here. I'm going to put our break even on quickly if we do. We can get a little rejection here. That's going to be enough for me to do it. I got to manage 2 trades here, so I'm going to put this one on as well. All right, let's go back to our leader now. It's a pretty early break even, but we're just in a weird spot here where if sellers are here, they're going to show themselves. So we don't really want to wait, you know. We want to see this price hold fast. And if we do get it to hold, we're going to probably be moving our top profit target here. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a rejection. I want to see a little bit more, though. Move this in for you guys. I think I'm going to move our top profit target a little lower. I'm going to check out the hourly candle here. Yeah, I do. I feel like we could reach back to the lows even. At least 18,000. 18,000 I think could fire. If we get this move, though, we really should continue through these lows as well. So we're going to be patient here. Getting a decent move. I want to see this hold. Don't want to see any wicking. I want to see this carry and get a little heavy now. Like that. I got to go to the other account as well. Manage this profit target as well. I'm actually just going to let this one close out, I think. Nah, we got to go for what we think. And I think this level can break. Let's be patient now. We're in a decent spot. A lot of momentum. Just want to see this carry. I want to see these bulls actually hold this. I mean the bears. We're getting a good reach. Below the 18,000s there is really where I was scared. Or where I am scared. This is where we're going to find some resistance. If we continue to rip through these 18,000s, I feel really good about our profit target. I like that close. I want to see a little bit more now. Probably could hold this for low a day if this does break, but I'm just going to take our 26. Bottom here is going to be a next resistance here at the 70s. I want to see the 70s trade. There it goes into the 60s now. I want to see a little bit more. Back to the 70s. Back to the 60s now. Trying the 50s. Found a little resistance back to the 70s. I want to take it just because it would feel good, but I'm going to hold here. Trying to get better at holding. If we continue to wick, though, I will take this if this candle doesn't break new lows here. I want to see this 70s break and go into the 60s. Want to see these 70s here hold. We're going to get another EMA touch. I want to see that fail. We have such a good break even. There's no reason for me to panic. And if we do continue to build out more structure here, I actually think we could probably even take this lower than the 730s. Going to be a patient though. Back to the 70s now. I want to see this continue. Trying the 60s again. Still finding some buyers. We're at an interesting price where I don't really want to mess around with. Don't really want to mess around, but we got to hold. If this breaks, I think we're going to be just a little volume here at these 60s. If the 60s go, I think we're going to be okay to the 30s. 60s are still holding, as you can see. Breaking through into the 50s would be big. We're at the 70s now, still. Below the 60s, there's the 50s. Holding the 60s, holding the 50s. I'm gonna... I want to close it so bad. There's 100 points for us. Trying to be patient here. See if the market's really telling us. It just feels like we're binding buyers here. There's 60s again. Oh man, it's tough to hold through this right now. I really want to just take our profit off. I would love to see this continue to rip through though. Love to see it just continue for me. Of course, that's what we want. Come on, NASDAQ, into the 50s now. Find some continuation. Now down to the 40s. There it goes. Come on, girl. We swept that bottom, so that's going to be scary. Continuation into that would be huge now. I'm going to trail our profit. I'm trailing profit now. Looking for more, but happy with what we get. Beautiful trade, though. All around, very happy with that.
Order filled.
I'm very happy with that. Let's see if our other guy got out. He got out as well. That was an awesome trade. Interesting, but awesome. Scary trade, truly. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. That was 8 minutes. For a lot of points. I feel like it's gonna finding a nice reaction out of there too. Happy with that. I'm very happy with that as of right now. Holy cow. Intense trade for me. Intense trade for me there. For some reason I can't do math. 17,930. I was 130 points, 31 points. So my new biggest trade. I'm very happy with that, and I was able to get it on my other one as well. So if I go down to this account that's not following, we took 2 big stops today very quickly. We lost 1,000 on them, but we got the move that we ended up needing. That we were actually looking for was the close of this break here, and right now the market's reacting back into it. Really good entry up there. Happy with it. Happy with everything. It was a scary one. I actually end up thinking that it was still emotional exit, truthfully, because once we broke this low and we were oscillating, I felt like we were going to get this move, which we are. And then even though we did respond well out of it, we still got some continuation. So potentially lower days are going to come here eventually, but overall, cannot complain. Cannot complain. Still hanging out these lows now. As that could reach lower. This bear candle, this bear flag here that we built out, bang, bang, boom, was what I was initially going for. And I just got in a little early twice on this test of this EMA. I was hoping to see this continuation. And then once we broke up to the VWAP, actually that's not VWAP, there we go. Once we broke up here and then sold back under the EMA, I tried it one more time. But we ended up getting the actual move over here, so. Decent trade. What did we make? We made 26 times 5, so beautiful, really beautiful. And there's the continuation lower. We could have gotten a move lower, but I wanted to hold for the rest of this bear flag. That's why my profit was originally right below this break. And I'm happy that we got it. But once as you can see, buyers are also interested in this price. I mean, we rejected out of it twice now. That was awesome, though. 2,600 times 5. That was 130 points on the NASDAQ times 5. That's my best trade yet on a funded account. One contract. Overall, pretty happy with it. Could have been a little bit better today had we not taken the initial $1,000 loss trying to get in early on this AMA touch, but we came down, rejected, came up to this EMA. I thought it was a beautiful entry. Ended up getting stopped pretty quickly for 1,000. Waited for us to really break the low, and then I tried it again. What got me in here was these previous supports that price was rejecting off of. So once we tested the bottom of it, I was willing to try it for the downside and got lucky there. Nice reaction though. Candles, the bear flag on the 1 hour is playing out. It's pretty gross. I don't like making money when the world's, this is not what you want to see if you're an investor. It's just horrible, but nonetheless, we can make money on it. How did you guys do? Anyone in there? If you're in here, drop a like. I appreciate it. Let me know how your trading day went. Anybody else catch that bear flag? Still selling now into the 880s. Potentially lower day target at 820s could be an option if you're in this short or you're looking for a move. I'm bummed that this count isn't following, so we had to take the trade by itself, but 26 times 5. It's really it's pretty good. Again, it could have been a little better had we not gotten that initial stop out, but that's trading. That's trading. Lose 1,000 to make 26. That's trading. Low a day could fire here at the 820s. I have to go back to work. 15 minutes. So I'm not sure we're going to take any more trades unless it's very attractive. Emotionally, I know I was emotional because once we broke this low, I don't know that we should have. I mean, my break even was back up at the 18. Like, I don't know that we should have put our break even on. I think we possibly could have been looking for low a day and just held. But a little hard. It was my best trade, and I was already down 1,000 for the day, so I wanted to lock in some profits, but that's kind of the emotional bit. I was trading profits and not really trading the chart, because as you can see, the chart, I mean, this bear flag, our target indicates that this was our exit, you know, and probably even that is going to end up, like, I don't think that will be the low of the day. I mean, we could bounce here, but this bear flag is just really playing out now. Overall, a decent day, though. Can't complain. Might have gotten out a little early, and I can live with that. I can live with that. Price does look like it's bouncing here off these 7,850s. Yeah, 7,850s. Just to say that is crazy. 17,850 is wild. I mean, look at this on the daily chart here. 5, 6, 7, 8. A week ago we were at almost 20,500. Week prior to that, I mean, 22,000. Look at this on the daily here. Terrifying. That's what I mean. Like, it doesn't feel fantastic making money in that kind of a condition. Obviously, the world's not in a great spot, but that's not what we can focus on as traders. As traders, we just try to take advantage of the moves that the chart's giving you and do your best. Price is finding a little support off his first bounce at the 850s, 17.85. Just be patient. I truly do think low a day could break here, and will probably continue. I hope not. Again, that's kind of ugly if it does. This 6 a.m. drop was unreal. Just unreal. And now we're playing into it, so. Hope you guys also got to take advantage of today in a positive way. I know the buying has been a little aggressive when it does come in, so make sure your stops are in a good spot that hopefully are safe, and find a spot to participate. 10:40 now. You got 20 minutes left till Europe close at 11. See what the market does. Price is still slowly climbing back down to the 17,900s. EMA is curling down as well. It's also below the 17,900s, almost at 39s here. So see what price wants to do. Bear flag is still in motion. target being there, the low of this candle to the left. It's about 820s. So 820 target, another 80 points from here. We'll see what happens. Big rejection there. Bear flag still playing. Bear flag still playing. It's a Friday too. Remember that. Fridays usually, statistically, Fridays end up being pretty one-directional in terms of trading. So what indicated me that this bear flag would close and be at least a higher probability was obviously, well, number one, the sell button is working right now, with obviously the conditions of the economy. But we also overnight went pretty sideways. London session wasn't able to reclaim Asia highs and actually just continue lower. It usually indicates that the New York session will continue as well. So finding a bid again on the 1850s. Looks like we're kind of trying here to hold this, seeing if buyers are going to continue to support, maybe press price back to the 18,000s maybe, or if the bears are going to get their play back to the 17,820s there. But yeah, I thought New York session could continue lower, which I still think could be a possibility. VWAP is curling down pretty aggressively now. VWAP's already at 18,220 itself, so EMA sharp coming down as well. Price still battling here near these lows, 17,880s. Buyers and sellers are both fighting on it. See how sharp the EMA is curling down here? 17,914s. It's very sharp. So if we do reclaim that, well, that'd be interesting. We've supported it. Price just supported it for the first time off our entry, where we really held that hold and caught a move. But buyers look like they might be giving up this 850s area. Another try here. Another try here by the bears. Back to the 17,850s. Will it hold? If it breaks, lower target over there, the 17,820s, so about 40 points below this is a big target. It does feel like that's a pretty imminent bear flag, but let's see what happens. Buyers are looking for any reason to buy this right now. Sellers trying the 50s area again. Here at the 60s at the moment. There's the 50s again. See if it can hold. Find some more support. It looks like the bears are going to get this though. Into the 40s now. And there's the low of that break. Into the 30s now. If we were trying to hold this for the lower break, so if I was holding for the 820s back from our entry, man, it would have been, holding through all of this would have been a little difficult, I think. But that's something I'm currently working on. I'm currently trying to hold for longer. I've had 2 20-minute trades lately. Ooh, break into there. 17 820s. And there's low a day break. So that would have been the trade officially playing out now. What time is it? 45. We got in at entry 21. So that would have been a 24-minute trade had I held. Yeah, that's right on cue for about what 20-minute trades seem to be in the NASDAQ. Pretty decent deliveries. Obviously, if you were just I don't know if anyone else's chart, if it was just me or Topstep, but twice now, even on this live stream, price paused, completely stopped transacting, and then opened at a completely separate price. Happened here at this low. It opened like higher and then started continuing higher. And then this one opened all the way. This one closed here at the 80s, opened at the 220s. And then from that open, just sold straight off. NASDAQ continuing down now into the 700, 790s. Broke into the 700s. This is bloody. Very bloody. And it's still reaching 17,780 now. Definitely sold a little bit early. Still, you know, we gotta always have something to be working on and improving. Right now, I'm trying to hold trades a little bit longer. That's why, for a while, this might be helpful too to anybody. I was always trading size. Like I was willing to put on size, just, you know. But I've been finding a lot of success in my actual development as trading when I'm just one lot. One lot's been helping me just, like I said, hold for these bigger moves because you're not as susceptible to a tight entries getting stopped out, or also, you know, just the emotion of seeing a bigger number on your screen. But something to work on, something to build towards. 17,780s now. NASDAQ is still breaking lows. Still stretching down to the 60s. Wild. Look at this hourly chart. I mean, this is just, that's like a perfect bear flag setup, right? Like just perfect. And I tried getting in a little early, and I got out a little early, and that's sad, but you can't be upset about catching the moves here on the NASDAQ. Wow, 750s now. It's still just reaching lower. This is unreal. Bloody. It's a bloody market today, people. Like I said, Friday is usually fairly one directional, so at some point, obviously, we'll catch a bounce and, you know, let more entries for shorts, but this feels bad. The S&P is already down 4% almost today. Oh, bloody. $11 minutes till Europe close. NASDAQ still here at the lows at 17,750. Where do you guys think this closes today? 17,730s, reaching lower into the 720s. Yeah, my buddy, better trader than I am, just texted me, let me know we are officially at the 5% limit for NASDAQ. So ES is at 4%, so you can still take some trades on ES, but if you are trading, or most prop firms have a 5% limit rule, so taking another trade now, they won't let you. Just keep that in mind. So extremely volatile, and they're trying to keep people protected against it. I mean, now we're into the 600s now. NASDAQ breaks another 60 points when we were talking about it. 17,690. This is holy hell. Violent. 680s. Still just finding no bids. Nothing to buy. Nobody can buy this thing. Wow. Look at this drop. Oh my gosh. 760s now. Finding no bids. Where does this end? Where do you guys think this price closes today? Brutal. Absolutely brutal. 9 minutes till Europe close. Finally getting a little bit of bounce there after 650s. Now back to the 7s. This is volatile. This is wild. This is Friday. Scary markets. Yeah, so you do see up here. Down 5.1% on the day. So you can't take any more trades in the NASDAQ. With most prop firms at least. ES, I think you still can a little bit. Nice little bounce here. Off the 650s into the 750s. About a 100-point candle. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Nine minutes. Europe close. Still finding a nice bid now. About 140 points off the low there. And two candles. 2 minute candles, about 140 points. This has got to be institution buying, just getting a decent price, knowing that if you're long term, this is a sale, right? If you're a long term investor, this is a sale. So hopefully we can attract some buyers and turn this market around eventually, but right now it is bloody. Back to the 17,800s for the NASDAQ. We're now back above the 5%, but just be cautious. Try not to, even if you get ahead of this thing, and we're pretty much dancing with that 5% line. 170 points now from that bottom in 3 candles. Back to the EMA. At least there's some bidding, you know, at least we're getting some buys. The EMA, I mean, if we could, it'd be such a sexy short here on the EMA, these 820s. But you could also get stopped out in seconds. I mean, we just climbed 170 points in 3 candles, so it's pretty much impossible to get timing on. You have to get lucky, but this EMA touch feels like a decent spot to grab a short. We're now 4.5% down on the NASDAQ for the day. Is this also lining up with the bottom of this? Oh my God, the bottom of this wick and the EMA. That'd be a very attractive short if we were able to gamble. See what price does here now. Got all the way down there to the 17,650s. It's not amazing to watch. 6 minutes left till Europe close. We'll see what the market closes for Europe. This hourly candle on the left here starting to wick. Looked a lot more intimidating when it was full. Still got 6 minutes left for it to close. Still finding some bids here, even though despite everything, we're still finding some bids here. Trying to long the 900s. Damn, buddy. Trying to long 17,900. Where we started reacting once I got out of my short. Yeah, I can understand that. Especially once we broke that low. That's kind of what I was thinking about too. And it's not a bad entry, T-Nats. And we are getting a rejection off the VEMA there. Like I said, if he could have gambled, it would have been a good spot to grab an entry. Retesting the low of this previous plus an EMA lineup is pretty decent. We're getting a bounce though. Here we go, buyers. 17,820s. Back into the low of the range for the day. I would like to see us just kind of, build structure back up and shop around this area. And not get too much more bloody for a Friday. But 4 minutes now till Europe closes. NASDAQ still finding some bids. Into the 840s now. About a 60-point candle here. And it closed strong. It's not a bad spot. Looks like it's going to find some continuation. Into the 50s. And the 60s now. Strong buying. 70s are. Strong buying coming into this Europe close here. Reclaiming the 800, the 900s would be very bullish, I think. Price is trying now at the 880s. Finding a little rejection back to the 60s. Above 900 would be big, I think. 2 minutes till Europe close. NASDAQ pressing the 900s again. I think we just wicked it. Yep, we did. We're into the 9s. Incredible. 250 points off this bottom. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes, we just went up 250 points. Incredibly volatile market today. NASDAQ still claiming above the 900s for the Europe close. This is wild. Just wild. I think closing above the 900s here is pretty bullish. It closed at 900. Finding a little rejection now. Back to the 70s. Jeez Louise. Hopefully this can copy tomorrow as well, now that the balance is a little different. Or that now that they're closer. 30 seconds till Europe close. Nine minutes, we've gone from this bottom at the 650s back to the 17,900s. Volatility is in play today. All right, 10 seconds now to Europe close. We're at the 850s, 860s. It looks like we're going to kind of retest the EMA and then see what structure builds out. But that's going to do it for me today, people. I got to go back to work. I appreciate you for hanging out. If you're here, hit the like button. It helps me a lot. It means a lot. Good luck today if you're still trading. I know NASDAQ's at the 4.5% down, so maybe avoid that. Trade ES or something. But, yeah, that's going to do it for me. I'll see you tomorrow, Monday, not tomorrow. Enjoy your week.